Greetings everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We are back at it again, covering Vanguard career mechanics. If I reference mechanics you are unfamiliar with, there's a link in the description to my new player guide. Vanguards are completely focused on being tanks, which means you are a frontline fighter who gets lots of temporary wounds while mitigating and redirecting damage. The characteristics and skills associated with Vanguard are Fellowship, Willpower, Strength, Toughness, Weapon Skill, Athletics, Carouse, Persuasion, Coercion, Commerce, and Lower Imperium. You can only select Vanguard as a class if you have completely mastered Fighter or Leader. You automatically get the Keystone feature, Unyielding Beacon, which causes each attack against you to increase Resolve +1 up to a maximum of +15. All allies in a 2-cell radius gain 20% of that bonus. In addition, temporary wounds apply to you now stack, and stay stacked until the beginning of your next turn. At the beginning of your next turn, your remaining temporary wounds are reduced to the largest amount granted by one applied effect. If the remaining temporary wounds are less than your Unyielding Beacon counter, then they automatically become equal to the counter. So basically it's to your advantage and the advantage of your entire team for enemies to hit you as often as possible. You also automatically get the Keystone Ability Bulwark, which provides damage deflection against ranged attacks in an amount equal to your Unyielding Beacon stacks. In addition, you become immune to push and force movement effects until your next turn. If Abelard is your tank, he's most likely much better at parrying than he is at dodging ranged attacks, and this damage deflection will be very welcome. Also, some powerful enemies love to knock you around, so making him immovable definitely makes him a better tank. Vanguard also allows you to select 3 options from its list of unique abilities. Defensive Stance causes you to gain parry equal to 10 plus twice your unyielding stacks until the beginning of your next turn. After a successful parry, you immediately make an attack of opportunity with a -20 penalty to weapon skill against that enemy. If your tank is already surrounded, you probably want to spend those 2 action points on doing a buffed area of effect attack. If for whatever reason he cannot reach opponents that you believe will soon surround him, then this is a fantastic option and I would recommend picking it up. Disposal causes an enemy within melee range to immediately attack you. All of your allies adjacent to the enemy armed with melee weapons get to make an attack of opportunity. The target suffers additional damage equal to your Fellowship bonus and receives a penalty to parry and dodge equal to 10 plus twice your Fellowship bonus. If you have a lot of party members who are melee, then this is a great choice. Fight Me allows you to choose an ally and then force all enemies within a 3-cell radius to make a willpower check with a -5 minus your Fellowship bonus penalty. If they fail, then you become their primary target. The targeted ally does not provoke attacks of opportunity from affected enemies regardless of whether or not they pass the willpower check, which means the ally can move and make ranged attacks uninhibited. All of this is for only 1 action point, and it's a fantastic way to protect squishies or draw more enemies to your tank. No question, pick this up. Wall of Rock Creek causes you and all allies within a 3-cell radius to gain 3 plus your unyielding stacks temporary wounds. In addition, all allies suffer 50% less damage for the next attack, and this effect lasts until the beginning of your next turn. Personally, I prefer to taunt enemies to mitigate ally damage, so I skip this, but it's not a bad option. Follow My Lead causes you to gain a percentage bonus to damage equal to 10 plus twice your Fellowship bonus and a percentage bonus to armor penetration equal to 10 plus twice your Fellowship bonus against all enemies in a 2-cell radius. In addition, all allies within 2 cells gain 2 movement points and they can move it to any cell adjacent to you without taking attacks of opportunity. This is a fantastic way to increase your damage capabilities even if your Fellowship bonus isn't particularly high. Pick it up. Quick note before we review the Vanguard Talents. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate you hitting the like button. This information lets me know which videos the community is enjoying. If you want to support this kind of content, please consider becoming a member of the channel where you will get access to full playthrough episodes. Vanguard gets a unique list of talents and you can select 7 of them in the game. Taunting Opportunity is triggered when you hit an enemy with an attack of opportunity and it forces them to pass a willpower check or you will become their priority target until the end of your next turn. Most enemies are fodder, which means most of the time when you hit an attack of opportunity, you'll kill the enemy, so I don't think this is worth it. Taunting Defense gives you a percentage bonus to parry equal to 10 plus twice your toughness bonus against enemies who make you a priority target. This absolutely makes you tankier, and I recommend picking it up. Tough Beacon makes every stack of Unyielding Defense add a 1% bonus to armor and parry. I think there are better tanking options, but this isn't a bad pickup. Enduring Word is triggered when an ally within a 2-cell radius of you is hit, and it gives them temporary wounds equal to your fellowship bonus. This can be triggered once per round for each ally. If you have a lot of melee party members, then this can be a great way to help protect them. Otherwise, I would skip it. Distracting Beacon impacts enemies within a 2-cell radius and reduces their dodge against ally attacks by a percentage equal to twice your fellowship bonus. If you become the enemy's primary target, then their dodge is reduced by 10 plus twice your fellowship bonus. If you have a leader on your team who can buff the fellowship stat of your tank, then this can be a fantastic debuff. Otherwise, I would skip it. Imprudent Punishment triggers an attack of opportunity every round on the first enemy who enters a cell adjacent to you and makes you the primary target. This should happen a lot, and I highly recommend picking this talent up. Hardy Beacon causes critical hits against you to receive a percentage penalty to damage equal to 15 plus twice your toughness bonus. Those boss crits hit like a truck, so this is definitely something I would take. Enduring Shield is triggered when you have at least one temporary wound and provides a percentage bonus to armor and parry equal to 5 plus your toughness bonus. This is very easy to trigger, and the bonus is decent, so definitely something to consider. Counterattack Stance causes your defensive stance to only apply a negative 10 penalty to weapon skill, and your attacks of opportunity deal additional damage equal to your toughness bonus. If you use defensive stance all the time, this is a no-brainer. Covering Bulwark causes your Bulwark ability to also make you count as full cover for allies. You also grant adjacent allies damage deflection against ranged attacks equal to half your Unyielding Beacon stacks. If you like having multiple party members stick close to the tank, this might make sense, but otherwise I would skip it. On Your Feet causes the attack of the ally under Fight Me to also grant the ally 3 movement points. This isn't all that great, and I would skip it. Overwhelming Disposal causes enemies targeted by disposal who receive an attack of opportunity to also receive a stack of fatigue until the end of combat. Fatigue causes a target to suffer negative 10 strength, toughness, and agility, along with having their movement points reduced by 1 for each stack. Again, attacks of opportunities usually kill enemies anyway, so I am not sure adding this debuff makes a lot of sense. Wall of Ferrocrete causes Wall of Rockcrete to grant additional temporary wounds to allies equal to your toughness bonus. Unless you want your tank to also be your primary medic, I don't think this makes much sense. Offensive Follow causes allies who are using following to gain a damage percentage bonus equal to 10 plus twice your fellowship bonus against enemies who are within a 2-cell radius of you for 1 turn. If you have multiple melee party members who are following the tank, this is a great pickup. Unyielding Resolve causes you to gain an additional 7 resolve when you hit the maximum amount of Unyielding Beacon stacks. In big fights, it will be easy to hit that max, and high resolve will make it much easier to build momentum and trigger your heroic act. Definitely pick this up. Beacon of Might causes you to gain strength in the amount of your current temporary wounds at the beginning of every round. Absolutely pick this up. Temporary wounds are very easy to receive, and strength is a stat that's difficult to increase considering you also need to increase weapon skill and toughness along with perhaps agility and fellowship. This is a great way to make up for a mediocre strength stat. Do Not Worry About Me causes the first ally attack that hits you every round to deal no damage, including all hits from a burst attack. I love using burst attacks, so this is a no-brainer for my playstyle, but your mileage may vary. Help of the Protector causes allies affected by one of your abilities to also gain a percentage bonus to armor equal to twice your fellowship bonus for 1 round. If you have a decent fellowship score, this could be a nice pickup. Defensive Comrade is triggered when an ally is within a 2-cell radius and gives you a percentage bonus to parry equal to 3 times your toughness bonus. If there's an ally consistently close to you, this is a massive boost to parry. Protecting Word causes all allies affected by one of your abilities to have a reduced chance to suffer a critical hit equal to your fellowship bonus. If you have an extra slot, this might be worth picking up. At level 4, you will get your Heroic Act and Desperate Measure. Your Heroic Act is called Unyielding Guard, and it causes you to attack every enemy that attacks you or attacks your allies within a 3-cell radius until your next turn. This is okay, but it pales in comparison to Fighter's Heroic Act, so you'll probably only use it if you are a leader. The Desperate Measure version of this ability provides the same benefits, but also causes the Vanguard to receive 30% more damage from all sources. Depending on how tanky your Vanguard is, this might not actually bother you that much, but still, at the end of the day, the benefits are not all that great. Vanguard will provide you with 2 opportunities to upgrade your heroic act, and you will choose from a list of 4 options. The first upgrade causes all incoming damage to be reduced by your toughness bonus, and you cannot die until the end of your next turn. Obviously, in situations where the fight has just gone horribly wrong, this is useful, but most times, the best defense is a great offense. The second upgrade causes your every attack to make you the priority target until the beginning of your next turn. There are a ton of ways to make yourself the priority target, and this isn't worth an upgrade. The third upgrade causes all allies in a 3-cell radius to receive damage reduction equal to half of your toughness bonus. Again, this is not really turning around a tough fight. The last upgrade allows you to gain a fellowship bonus to momentum for every attack that hits you until the end of combat. This is actually fantastic because momentum is a team-wide stat, so a lot of enemies hitting you will cause other party members to be able to use their heroic acts much quicker. Still, overall, this heroic act is nothing to write home about. At level 20, you will gain 1 additional action point. That completes my walkthrough of Vanguard mechanics. Please let me know down in the comments if there's any other content for this game you are looking for. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. Take care!